beauty nerds. All right, so nerds, if you're here for the first time, is a endearment term. I have called my kids nerds. I've called their friends nerds since as long as I can remember. I've refrained from calling my subscribers nerds, but if I call you a nerd, it means you're my buddy. It means you're my pals. Please don't take offense, because nerds are where it's at, my friends. So if you are a beauty nerd like moi and you love makeup, you're in the right place. So I've got my Mickey ears on, and what we're doing today is I did a video, sort of a first impression video, using the Pat McGrath Bridgerton collection. It's late in the day. In fact, I'm getting ready to take this makeup off. Where is my remover? These have dried out, these old wipes. I don't really use makeup wipes anymore, and I couldn't find them. So my goal for most of the reviews that I do is to really, ow, why did that burn my eye? That was kind of weird. I wonder if I cut my, it feels like I got a cut. You know, I felt something earlier when I put my makeup on today. So we're going to see how many looks we can do, because that really burned. That's weird. Okay, so my goal with most of my reviews when I do a palette review is going to be to do a first impression review, see if I like it, and then I want to see if it's worth your money and do like a 3looks one palette type of a thing. Let's see what we can create. And because this palette is very, in fact, I'm going to take all the makeup off my face because we're going to start over, put some foundation on, because we're going to use the blushes and the highlights and all of that. But just really, since this is a very monochromatic palette, is it worth your money? And are you going to get enough out of it to purchase it? I believe it's $65. The highlight, in my personal opinion, I've used it every day, is worth your money, but it's expensive. It's $60 for this highlight. We actually have two highlights. This is the one I use. There is another highlight, which is yellow. We're going to use it today. We're going to use it on the eyes, though. So, you know, I want to make sure you're making a good decision for your money. I want to make sure that you also are provided with some inspiration. Maybe putting colors of maybe you look at this palette. So here's the Bridgerton palette. If you haven't seen the initial video I did, go back and watch that one first, then come back. But, maybe you look at these colors and it's confusing. And I think a 6-pan palette's a lot easier to get started with if you're putting color combinations together than putting together looks with, 12 or 18 or 24 pans. That can be really overwhelming. But maybe you look at this and you're like, okay, those aren't really colors I use. I'm not really sure how to go with this palette. We're going to dive in today. We'll see how many looks we do. I'm a little bit worried about whatever is going on in my eye. I must have scratched my eye, because when I rubbed it across here, it hurt. Yeah, right there. Something's going on right there. All right, I'm going to put see if I can find my MAC paint pot and put that on my eyes. Hopefully that'll give me a base. And I'm also going to put some foundation on. I'll be right back. I'm back with lipstick on my teeth. All right, so for my foundation, I use the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie. I have it in the color MN1. And for my lips, Tati Beauty has mentioned these, and I just have the one shade, but I might get more. This is a Buxom liner, so it's got a brush on one side to kind of refine the lines, and then it's got your color on this side. So I just lined my lips, real simple with this. I don't have any lipstick on, I just lined my lips, and I put some Nabla Shine Theory lip gloss on. This is in the color Renaissance. It's got a little gold flecks in it. Really beautiful. So that's what we're using. Now, we're going to put some tape on our eyes. So I love the look. My eyes have a round shape. I guess they're maybe almond shaped. I don't know. But I love the look when the makeup kind of goes up. But I can never do it. I always make a mess, especially with Pat McGrath makeup, because her makeup blends like so easy. So we're gonna go ahead. Well, I'm just gonna put it on one eye because we're gonna do one look here, and then we're gonna do a different look here. That really doesn't feel good how I put it, but I think it's where I need. You want it touching your corner and out, and then you don't have to worry if you go cray, okay? So I mentioned to you guys that I really wanted to do this Plum Regalia with the blue all over the eye. So that's the first look that I want to do. So I'm just going to get a little packer brush and make sure it's not on it. Go into Plum Regalia and put it in the crease. I have hooded lids. Hooded lids means you have to lift your lid. You know, it's kind of hanging over a little. So I'm going to lift my lid to go in there and like stick it in. Find the crease, stick it in. And this I'm going to go all over, all the way over in the crease. Okay? Get it in there. I'm also going to pack this color all over the lid. Because when I put that Regency blue on over this shade in my first, on my arm swatches, I loved it. And I want to see what that looks like all over the eye. All right, so let me go back up here in the crease a little bit. We're just going to, small circles, start blending that out a little bit. Get ourselves a shape that we really like. This is going to be a smoky look. I'm excited to see what this one's going to look like at the end. And this is also going to be a super easy look. Well, let me bring you in. You want to be closer? Boom, boom, boom. How's that? Is that good, friends? Is that good? All right. So now I am going to take the Iconic Ingenue, which is like dropping my tape, which is this shade here, and we're gonna go ahead and get that in on the upper lash here, or upper eyebrow area. What's that called? The brow bone. I'm gonna stick that right there. Look how gorge. Gorge! All right, now I'm gonna take Blue Regency, is that, or Regency Blue? Regency Blue all over the lid. So this is really two shades other than the color using up on top. And this shade, I am going to put it, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do you see this? This is one of our special shades. It's so cool that you're gonna get a special shade in a 6-pan palette. We don't usually see that. In fact, I'm not sure we've seen that before. And this 6-pan palette is from Italy. Oh my God, do you guys see? Do you see? Do you see that beautiness? 2 shades. So easy. So now I'm going to take a little bit of a refiner brush and just do a little detail work. Let me find the brush I want to use. I'm looking for a flat brush. Yeah, like this, a flat brush. And I'm going to take the Blue Regency and go up a little bit right in here. Because I do have hooded eyes. So if I come up here, it's going to show. Otherwise, it doesn't. Now, I don't know what this shade looks like if you wet it. You probably could wet it and get a little bit more of a pop. But boy, is it gorgeous. Oh, I love this. I absolutely love it. I'm going to pack it on a little bit more with my brush. I don't know if it looks better with your finger or using a brush, but we're going to use both. All right. Now I'm going to take my Plum Regalia shade again and just go back in and just deepen up that crease just a little bit again. Because some of our shade flew up. And it's okay to see when you turn the light, you'll have like a beautiful smattering, almost just like twinkling lights of your, oops, I put the wrong color on there, of your blue shade. It's so gorgeous. And this is the kind of blue, I mentioned this in the first video, that if you're afraid of blue, try this, because you won't. I think this is the kind of blue will look gorgeous on anyone. So I didn't really come all the way over on this one, but it still should give me a nice, I kind of did like a, yeah, see, I don't have a lot of cleanup there, and it's a nice little look. And then you can take your beauty blender that had your, and just kind of any edges that had your, when you did your foundation. All right. Now, so for the bottom one of this, I am going to take that Plum Regalia and take that under the lid. Just all the way over. And just kind of meet it up there. And honestly, I think I am gonna take that first shade that we used, or the brow bone shade, and put that in the inner corner. Right here. Just to give it a little brightness. Because we got that blue shade going all the way up. And that look is over. We're done. It's beautiful. We're gonna move to this side, and then we'll put liner and lashes at the end, give you guys some wide looks, all right? Now, I also wanna show you how to use these 3 shades, and then, actually, no. Actually, yes. Okay, so let me get my tape. Excuse me, I dropped it on the floor. So for this shade, we are gonna start off with Plum Regalia. That's our only really matte shade in here. Yeah, so I'm gonna go into the crease again with Plum Regalia. But we're gonna get a very different look than what we have on the other side. We're starting the same, getting it in that crease. Now guys, I'm also not a makeup artist. I have fun, I play with makeup. From time to time, I might have some techniques I can show you, friends. Right now what I'm doing is just trying to show you how to use these colors in this palette to achieve different looks, to figure out if this is worth the money for you. And if it is, great, but I do think you have to get on the wait list for this palette because I believe it sold out the first day it launched. Now, this one, I'm gonna go ahead and take this over here. We're gonna get a little different eye shape with this one. All right, not gonna worry about blending and fluffing that out just yet. Now what I wanna do is take my flat brush and go in with the color Duchess Divinity on half the lid. That's this beautiful shade right here. And start in the middle. This shade is divine. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's very pigmented. It's just like a smooth, it's like butter. It's like butter on your lid. It's so gorgeous. Now, we're gonna dip out of this palette a little bit. You can, from here you have a choice. You can go here and put that all the way over, but what I want to do, I'm just curious how it's gonna look, is try this gorgeous highlight. I feel like if you get this palette, you should get this highlight because it's like out of this world beautiful. It's out of this world beautiful. It's just, oh, it's so beautiful. So I'm gonna take that highlighter, which has a little bit of a warmth to it. It's not as icy as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was like more silvery. When I got it, it has like a gold, a gold tint to it. I'm gonna marry it up to, let me pull it up here. I like to do that. It opens up the eyes if you've got hooded eyes like me. And I'm just going to pull it across. I wonder what this would look like wet. I don't know, but that really lightens the whole look up. It's still very pink and plum. Gorgeous. Take that same highlight right here. Gorgeous. Okay, I am going to take my blender because that's looking a little funky right there, right? Let me take this off. Look at how crisp that line is. That's a little too much. We're gonna buff that out just a little bit. We don't want it that's pretty straight there, huh? I'm just gonna buff that out just a little. All right, now I'm gonna go in on the bottom with this hot pink shade, which is Love Match. And we're gonna take Love Match just for like a pop of that really beautiful pink. I'm gonna take it all the way across. But then I'm going to go back in with our Plum Regalia shade on the bottom just to get that to match up right here. And kind of blend that up into what we had there. Just a little bit, right on the, like maybe a quarter, okay? And then again, you can kind of tap that to get it to where you want. Now on the inner corner, I'm gonna use Regency Blue. And we're going to put that as a fun shade right there in the corner. And I'm going to pull a little bit down on the bottom. All right. I will be right back with liner and lashes. Okay, here we are. I just did brown liner on the top, black liner in my waterline. This one I came out with a full wing. I'm super bad at wings, so I tried a real thick wing. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like this wing better or a baby wing? I really suck at doing wings. Totally suck at it, but figured this was a fun time to play with you guys and try. So I am now going to lighten up the look a little bit because these are both really dark, smoky looks. This one's a little lighter with the gold, but both with those plums and the dark liner, it's still kind of dark. Maybe showing up a little darker than what it really is here because it's really late and dark at night. So I'm going to take the Art of the Swoon and use that blush. It's really eyeshadow. I'm using it as a blush because that's Pat says you can use her palettes for the face as well. So we're going to do that. We're going to just kind of put this up in here. So pretty. And we'll put, I just got some color I wasn't supposed to on there. I think I got some of that Blue Regency on there, but I'll fix that in a minute. So look at that badness of that foundation right there. It like settled weird because I didn't powder it or anything. So I'm not wearing any like, I wanted you to really see this color, so I didn't put any, on either side, I didn't put any like bronzer or anything on. I just put the Art of the Swoon shade on. I'm going to use the face palette on the final look, okay? So let's go ahead, let's put our gorgeous highlight on, which also really kind of lightens things up a bit. I'm curious which eye you like better. This one? And which wing you like better, or this beautiful plum goodness. I knew this would be a pretty eye. This is going to be a good like evening out party eye. It would have been a cute like New Year's Eve eye. Really beautiful. This highlight is, oh, I love the highlight. I just love the highlight. All right, there we are. What do you think? Which one do you guys like better? Let me back you out. I can't decide. I don't know. We're going to do something different next. We're going to do our final eye look. And hopefully this gives you tons of ideas of how to use this palette. Hold on one second. All right, guys. To get started, we're going to use the color Nymphette in her face palette that released. This is a beautiful shade. This is sold in a full size. If you haven't used Pat's blushes before, I think this is a great buy because you get two kind of blushes. I guess it's Venus Nectar in here is a highlight, but it's a bit too peachy dark for me, but you can mix it with this color and then give yourself kind of like a blushy, like a sparkly blush topper. You could do that, but I put a little bit more of a nude. I don't have a lipstick on. It's actually it's a ColourPop lippy that I'm using. Let's see if I can tell you what color this is. It's in the shade Good and Plenty, which was one of my favorite colors for ColourPop. And then I put that same Nabla gloss on. And I love the way my skin looks with this color and this right here, just all by itself. So now we're going to use the highlight in here. And I'm just sort of going to take, because this is too heavy for a highlight, so I'm just going to sort of put it lightly all over my face, because I'm using it as more of a blush topper versus a highlight. And now we have, it's a very subtle kind of glow. It's nothing too much, and I think it's really pretty. All right, so back to the palette. Back to life, back to the palette life, back to Bridgerton, here we go. Woo! We're gonna go into this light pink. The Art of the Swoon. And we're going to put that in the crease. Now this is like a satin. She's got a satin, metallic. So she's got her, I think these are metallic, a matte, 2 satins, and a special shade. So you get to really try quite a bit of her formulas in here. That's another reason I really like this palette. I think it's fabulous. So pretty. This shade's beautiful. It's just a really light pink. Just a beautiful, beautiful light pink. Blends like a dream. Really not too pigmented. If you're worried about trying a pink, this is such a fun pink to try. Oh, I forgot to bring you in. This shade does emphasize texture, putting that over like I did, but here you can see it better. From far away, it's pretty, but from up close, it's a little, I probably won't put it here next time. I'll put it here. What I can do probably to tone that down is just take and blend everything in and probably help take that down a little. And then when I put powder, it should be a little bit better. So, all right, Art of the Swoon, let's do your thing. Let's make our eyes swoon worthy because this is our final look. And this eye is really bothering me. There's something on, like a scratch or something on my skin that there's a burning, like a you-know-what. It actually doesn't hurt when I put the matte pink pot over it, but when I take off my makeup, holy cow, it's like burns to death. Hold on. All right, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to go in with our Iconic Ingenue on the first half of the lid. And I might do, I don't know if I'm going to use Regency Blue or not. We've used every color in here. So there's not one shade we haven't used yet. Honestly, you could put this beautiful light shade all over the lid and be done. And make it a very wearable, lighter look. Let's try that. Also, taking a light shade like this, a shimmer shade, all over the lid and extending it all the way over really, really opens up the eyes. Look at how simple this look is. Sometimes, friends, the simplest looks can be the prettiest. Sometimes you don't have to go all crazy trying all these different looks. This is a very basic look. And it's simple and it's pretty. See, I can feel that dry skin. There's something right there. It don't feel good. And on mine, I always come up a little bit. This has a little pink flare, a little pink in it, this shade. Oh, I know what I want to do with this. I know, my friends. I have the idea. So we could stop right here, put liner and lashes on and be done, but we're not. Of course we're not. We're going to take this and pop this in the middle. That's beautiful. You know what? I'm going to go over that light shade with this whole thing. I want to just see what that does, because I know a lot of you want to try blues, and this is a great way to try a blue. It's like, it makes it look a little sheer going over that white, that lightest shade in the palette. It kind of gives it a nice sheer base. This will still keep the look really light and very pretty. This is one of those looks that you're going to be like, your eyes are going to catch, and they're going to be just stunning when you catch the eye. All right, so let's put a little bit of liner on. This is brown. I'm just going to go real little here. I'm not going to make any wings. Oh. I can't quite do it very neat here. Kind of messy. There we go. Well, that didn't work. I didn't mean to do that. We're just going to do that. Let me do that off the other one off camera, and we'll put lashes on. So friends, I was looking at my eyes. You might have seen it in the last look, and it was pink all around my eyeball. And I have contacts, and I'm like, did I irritate my eye? Because I did kind of hurt my eye the other day, and I moved my contact over and it was pink and my eye wasn't. My whole contact turned pink from this pink shade. So be careful. I'm going to put it under the eye. Hopefully my eyeball doesn't get pink again. That was so crazy. So if you saw that in the other, if you saw that earlier, I don't have pink eye. Well, I did. I have pink eye, but it was from eyeshadow. So I still have some leftover. I didn't put any liner on the bottom because I still have some leftover from when I put it before. And I was thinking about putting lashes on. I just want to, I can't find my lash glue, but I just want to kind of show you what it would look like with lashes. I'm just going to stick them on without any lash glue, just to give you an idea. Like if you wanted to add what, because there's a little like sticky stuff on here, just to give you an idea. Well, maybe. Obviously, they're not like stuck on there. It's hard. It's hard to do this with no glue. It doesn't really help you, does it? It doesn't really help unless I put it all the way on. But if I put it on, you'd see that, you know, you'd get a pretty look, I think, with putting some on your eyes. Some lashes if you wanted to do that. I think that it would make a beautiful statement with such a simple eye look that we did right here. But again, sometimes I think the simplest eye looks are the prettiest. You just don't really need to go hog wild. You can just use one or two colors. You could even just take some of these and just do like one color on your eyes and be one and done. Blend it into the crease, blend it up, and be done. Usually pinks you want to warm up a little bit, so I'll show you. You can use that gold. I'll show you how to use that gold shade that we have in the highlight, because we didn't use that today. And I thought about creating more looks with the highlighters, but I really, like, we did one with the other highlight, but I really wanted you guys to be able to see how to create looks with this palette. So I think this is fine. But I'll show you, let's throw a little gold in just for kicks. So here's the finished look. Let's bring you guys in. And you can see the little line, it goes right up in there. Very pretty. All right, now if you want to put a little bit, this is that really gold highlight. You can put a little bit of that like out on the outer edge maybe, and just give it like a pop of something to look at. Just a pop, kind of mix it in, warms the look up a little, just like that. Let's make the other side match. I mean, you might not like the gold look because we had kind of a cool look going. That warms it up just a tad. A way to add this color in. You could, this color would be probably beautiful all over the lid, but this one might be one of my favorite looks. We use 3 shades, really, and I really like it, and a little bit more of a nude look here. So there we are. All right, guys, so let me know in the comments section below your favorite look that you saw of the 3 looks that we tried. So hopefully that gives you some inspiration if you are purchasing this. I'll have the link to get on the wait list for when this comes back down. I already got stain on mine, but I'll have this link down below to sign up for the wait list. You can also get this if you want to try all of these. This is a great deal, and I honestly think that you will get use out of this highlight. This highlight pleasantly surprised me because it's silvery gold and it has just that touch of warmth to it, and it warms up all your looks. So let's just show you one more time here, even though we have that other shade on. It's not as icy cold, but it's got a, it'll take, this is the kind of highlight you can use with a warm or a cool look. So it's just so pretty. and it's really smooth. It's not like the other one that's in here where it really showed my texture. These ones don't. They're like a baked formula, like a baked gelée formula. They're amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know if you like seeing like the first impressions and then the 3looks one palette for inspiration and ideas, and if that is helpful to you in deciding whether or not you want to buy this palette or not. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. It is getting late, and I am getting ready to take all this off and go to bed. I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.